So in this video I'll be modeling this right inside Blender, so let's jump right in. Alright, so to get started, what you need to do is to add your UV sphere. We have our UV sphere. So to add your UV sphere, all you need to do is to hold down Shift A and then you go to mesh and then you add UV sphere. So the next is to scale it down a bit, and we scale it down to that point. To scale it down, all you need to do is to select and then press X and then move your mouse inward. The next is to have it diced into two, and to do that all you need to do is to switch to edit mode and then you select the top part and you cut it out. To do that all you need to do is to click your tab button to switch to edit mode and then you select the parts you want to remove. You switch to the face selection and then you press X and you select faces and then you remove the faces. Then the next is to ensure that your scale is applied. To do that all you need to do is to go back to object mode by pressing tab and then you select, you hold down Ctrl A and then you select scale, apply scale. So after that, another thing you need to add now is a cylinder. So to add a cylinder, all you need to do is to hold down Shift A and then you go to mesh and you have cylinder. Now for the cylinder we have to reduce the number of vertices. To do that you need to select this and then reduce it to 15. Alright, so we have 15, then we scale down and we press R and then Y to rotate on Y axis and then you press 90. After that you move your mesh on X axis. So to do that you select your mesh, after rotation you select your mesh and then you drag your mouse outward. Then the next is to scale it down a little bit and then you move it down to position. Alright, we have it in position. So the next is to ensure that your mesh is facing you so you'll be able to have a better view of what you are doing. So you click on tab to move back to edit mode and then you press 1 to change your selection mode as well. So now you have selected this. To move it down to where you want it to be, you select the edges, you select the edges and then you press G and then you select X, you press S. Then after that you scale the edge, you scale it up a little bit like so. You scale it up one more time and then you move it a little bit downward too. To extrude all you need to do is to press E and then you press X and we extrude. So the next thing we need to do is to ensure that this is not bent just the way it is. We need to ensure that, so to do that we need to flatten the curve. So to flatten the curve we need to just press X and we press Y and then we press 0, the actual ice cream scooper. So to do that we need to select these edges right upon at the point of this joint area. You need to select all of these edges, zoom in closer to select the edges, then you extrude on the Y axis. Alright, so that way we have this happening. Alright, so we switch our selection mode and we select the edge for the tip here and we move it to the X axis. And we have something. Our smooth surface modifiers. To do that we just need to go here where we have this, then we select search, and then we see subsurface. After that, we need to ensure that things are in place. So as you can see, things are well, not the way we want them to be. So to smoothen things out, you just have to add edge loops here and there to ensure that things are well shaped. Alright, so we add one more here and we have it. So we apply our auto shade smooth to ensure that things are well smoothed out and we have a better smooth surface. So the next is to add the opposite side of the ice cream scooper handle. To do that, all you need to do is to select one, press 1, and then we have this, and you select this area. You select this area and you press Shift D to duplicate the area, and then we move this to the y-axis. All right, so to ensure that it's facing right the way it should, we need to rotate it, and to rotate it, all we need to do is to press R, we press X, and then we'll do 180. That way it's facing the way it should, and we have just it. We have it the position we want it to be. So we move closer to remove this, select this and remove this, so that way we'll have a better representation of what we have on the ice cream scooper. So as you can see, we have it that both are selected at the same time, and that is fine for now. So to select the actual handle, the side of the handle you wish to select, all you need to do is select a part of it and then hold down Control and then plus. Alright, that way you have been able to select it individually, and you move it up a bit and you drag it a bit on the y-axis. So after that, you move over here to apply the shade smooth, just like you did on the handle. So after applying the shade smooth, the next thing you need to do is to create the scooper itself, the mechanism. To do that, you need to select one and you move this, and you have this. Select this and you do the same duplication, and to duplicate it, all you need to do is to hold down Shift D just like we did before, and then you drag it in a little bit, and we have that. So this time around, you're going to be separating this from the actual mesh. So to do that, all you need to do is to press P and do separate by selection. All right, so after that, you have been able to select and separate it. You need to cut out some parts because you won't be needing all the parts. So you select 7 to have a top view of the mesh, and you go ahead and select this area and press X, and then you remove faces. At this point, this is the best time to save your work. So to save your work, you press Ctrl X and then you name it ice cream scooper. So I'll be saving it on my desktop, and that is it for now, and we have the mechanism just the way we want it. Now we select this and bring this down a bit because we'll be having something else pass through the area where it is. So we select this and we select our mesh, and then we'll change this object mode, and we have that. So as to move it inward, and that is it for now. And we'll move it inward and then we'll rotate it so as to match the area it is facing. However, this will be a push. Right here we have something going on here. All right, so to do that, we need to ensure that things are in place. So we have to select this area. We need to select, we need to add a loop cut here and do the same for the opposite side. All right, so we have this, and we have that. So move this downward. Right, you press G double twice to ensure it moves in a proportional way, so you don't have things scattered all over. Or better still, you can just allow things the way they are. Select this edge, and you extrude. No, you don't need to extrude, you need to drag, and dragging is not giving us what we want because we're not going about it the right way. So to get what we want, we just need to select this, select that, and you can afford to extrude. Now we just need to drag it downward. All right, so after dragging it downward, we need to ensure that things are not really falling apart. We need to ensure that. So we select one more face, all right, then this time around it should work. Yeah, it is working right now. So the next is to add a loop cut just right here, and add a loop cut in the opposite side as well. And we select this, go to X-ray mode, switch to vertices, and now we need to adjust things a little bit. All right, so we'll move this forward, and we take this upward. All right, so that way we have the sharp bevel there. We'll do the same here too. So apply here, we apply here, go back to the front view, and we move this a bit upward, and we do the same here. So ensure everything is aligned properly, and then you bring it up just like so. So you can just go ahead and add one more loop here and one more loop there. Then you apply auto shade smooths to smooth things out. So you can equally go right here to move this, forward, and that is it. You're having some rough edges there, but if we increase our subsurface modifier, we should have something better right there. So if you go to the top elevation, you'll notice that we're having some irregularities there. So we need to just ensure that things are properly aligned, and to do that we just need to select and then move things about. you add your face here, then you add a loop cut, and then you add the loop cut. All right, so the next is to change your selection, and you have it just the way you want it. So the next is to ensure that you have a round surface right upon the selection. So to do that, all you need to do is hold down Shift, Alt and X, and you move this by the side. All right, but it's not working the way we want, so we need to just go ahead and apply scale to ensure that everything is just the way we want it, and then we'll try again one more time. Okay, it's still not going the way we want it. All right, so the best way to go about this is to switch your edge, switch to vertex selection, and then select the edges, and then you try it one more time. It should work this time. Or it's not working, but it's not, we can always go around it by using scale. So with scale, we have been able to achieve a sphere surface. Alright, so the next is to select the sphere surface, and then we extrude. And to do that, all we need to do is to select this, and then we press E, and then we extrude. Alright, we're extruding now. But first, to extrude, you have to extrude in a manner that will enable you have a smooth surface at that point. So we have been able to establish that, and we are good to go. So right now we are having issues because this is not centered, this is not in the center, it's not right upon the center of where we want it to be. So to ensure that it is in the center, we just need to move things around a bit, and to do that, all we need to do is to select this and then hold down Shift and then drag your mouse. All right, so we have to adjust here also, and we'll have it just where we want it. So I have to leave it that way, and we have something. So to go ahead with the extrusion, we just have to select what we had earlier, and then we extrude now. All right, you can send on to extrude since we have added an extrusion here, but then if you just go ahead and drag, it will take up the extrusion that you did earlier, which is needed for the edge to remain smooth. So all you need to do is to press another E again, and then you extrude. All right, then now you can just drag. Now we have it just where we want it. All right, so as you can see, it seems like it's a bit bigger. It shouldn't be bigger. So we have to go back and ensure that we have something smaller, and to do that, you just need to reverse. Right, to go all the way backward, and we bring this down one more time, and then we have press I to add a face, and then we have it just here. So to do that, we go to mesh, and then we add cylinder, and we scale in a bit, and we move it right upon the position we want it to be. So we scale in more, and then we apply scale, and we do more scale, we apply scale, and we take it right upon the position we want it to be. Now we have this, and we move it down, and so we go right upon the face selection. Like we have it here, we have it that this is going inward, and we have something happening around the edges. All right, so we select the edges, and then we go to face select, like so. All right, so the face will be in the same way but slightly different. So we'll move it up a bit, and we turn off the proportional editing, and we add our loop cuts. We go right on the face, and we add one more loop cut, and we go to face, extrude the long normal, and we have that. Right, so to make it smoothen out, we need to just apply shade smooth. Then we can equally go as far as adding bevel, alright, to make it look more decent. Alright, so we have that. So we can go here and add one more. Can go right here and add like so, and we have that. So the next is there's a spring here, so I'll leave the link in the description on how to model the spring, and we position it just where we want it to be. So move this just in the position where we want it to be. So this is pretty much how to go about the spring, and we'll quickly apply our material. To apply your material, all you need to do is to select the mesh, and you go on render and you click on materials, and you click on that, and we have metallic material. You take down the roughness, and you can turn off the scene so as to see the material real time, and we have this. Alright, so to apply this across all the mesh, all you need to do is to go right here, copy material, select the material, add new, and then you paste them. Alright, so this is pretty much how to model an ice cream scooper, and I think you were able to learn one or two things in this process. It was quite a hassle to get this done without importing the reference image on Blender, but I am sure we're able to arrive at something a bit close to this ice cream scooper. So to get more content like this, kindly subscribe, share, and drop in a comment to get your insight, and then if you have any concerns, kindly share with me too. See you on the next one. Bye.